Do you want to know what the secret to success is? I bet you do. I bet everyone really wants success in life, let's face it. But that success is different to other people. So if your success is to have a family, if your success is to write a book, what your success should be is meaningful to you and it's individual. You need to know what your success looks like. So I've said this before, you need to write down exactly what you want your life to look like in each decade or every 20 years of your life. You need to write it down to the autistic detail of on a weekly basis what you're having for breakfast, the time you're going to bed, what you're doing, where you're living, to on the yearly basis, so like where you spend your Christmases, what months of the year will you spend here, what months of the year will you spend there, what holidays you're going to go on, what you're going to do for work, how long you're going to work. Everything needs to be written down. Ideally, that's like a long task. Ideally written down. You can do a voice note if you really don't like writing, but it's not the same as having it written down in a booklet, in a hard copy piece of paper, so you can look back at it in years to come. Anyway, so you need to know what your success is. Success is different, but I'll tell you how to achieve that success. Achieving success is more about what you're not doing. So the harsh truth is you're going to have to start saying no to a lot of things if you truly want to be successful. All those little like fun things that you do, the TikTok, the Instagram, all gaming, we know that's bad for you anyway. You know that's sucking up your time. You've got to start getting rid of those bad things. You're going to have to start saying no to going out at the weekend. You're going to have to start saying no to staying up late, drinking alcohol and then lounging in the next day. Success is about saying no to the bad habits and doing the good ones. You actually have to do work. You actually have to put the effort in to achieve success. So many people realise that too late in life, whether that be in their 30s or whatever, and then by that point it's too late for most people because they've got a family, they've got a job, then they're too afraid to leave it. They're already in the system. It's like smoking. It's so hard to leave smoking because you've addicted to it. You're in the system. You're in the smoking habit. So it's about saying no. Unfortunately, you're going to have to learn this because when you are at that level anyway, if you do eventually become a top millionaire, top billionaire, you're going to have so many meetings. You're going to be flying around the world. You're going to be so busy. All you'll have time for is Christmas. Even then, you'll probably have things to do on Christmas, and that's it. New Year's Eve might be spent on an aeroplane going from New York to London because you've got to be there the next morning to do a meeting, to do a podcast, to look at some deals. You've got to fly to China. You're going to have to. Your birthday will probably be spent looking around the factory in China, trying to find what material is best for your clothing. That's what it could be. So you're going to have to learn to start saying no to these things. And you might say, well, enjoy life when I'm young, blah, blah, blah. And yes, enjoy life while you're young. But the problem is people enjoy it for too long and then they get to their 30s and they've done nothing. And they've realised they've wasted 30 years of their life and now they're actually going to have to start. So why not start now? So when you get to 30 and older and you need to now start having more money and more responsibilities, you've got the money. You see the difference? Surely you'd rather grind now while you're young and you have the energy and you have the time and enjoy the rewards later when you have a wife and a family so you can share it with them. Surely that would make more sense. So yeah, you're going to have to start saying no. And on top of that, you're going to have to dedicate all of your thoughts to the successful thing. You're going to have to think about it. You want to make it your absolute obsession. You're going to have to think about it in the shower, while you're walking to the gym, in class. Everything you do needs to be to get you to your successful thing. The greatest ideas that I come up with are laying in bed at night. When I go on just every single morning, I go out on a walk, 2 laps, 3 laps of the field. That's when I have my brainstorming ideas. And I constantly think about it. I don't fill my mind with irrelevant things like, oh, when's she going to text me back? Or, oh, how do I level up in this game? Or, oh, I haven't done the homework. Oh no, what am I going to do? I don't think about that. Anything, any other time. When there's drama between people, how much brain length does that take up? Because I haven't got the brain capacity for that. My brain capacity is focusing on how I'm going to succeed in life. But that's the only thing I ever think about. You need to start thinking about success all of the time. Put your thoughts into it. It's great if you can do this with someone. I've got my brother, so we can like build ourselves up. When we see some guy in a fast car, we're like, yeah, that'll be us one day. Yeah, let's go. Should we go up to London and just look around and see all the cars and see the houses that we might live in one day? You've got to think about your success. You've got to put yourself in the successful mindset. Go and live like you have already succeeded. Why don't once in a while, once a year even, why don't you save up and go to a truly fancy restaurant and just sort of like get the taste of the rich life? That's going to give you motivation, because you're not going to think, oh, I wish I could afford to do this more. Oh, we won't be able to afford to do this again. You're going to think to yourself, I can't wait till I do this every single day. You can't wait till I start taking people on the dates. You can't wait till you start flying women around the world to come and meet you. You're in Greece. Do you want to fly a woman here? You can't wait for those days. So just drive all of your thoughts to the successful thing. You'll start seeing how your perspective of the world changes, and you'll start seeing how your mind comes up with these brilliant ideas, that hunger to achieve something, to achieve the rich life that you want. Don't waste your brain length on mindless stuff that's just irrelevant at your age, at this age, at my age. All that's relevant at this age is gaining knowledge, gaining experience, and setting yourself up for those future years. And the earlier you do that, the earlier you're going to reap the rewards. You might be 25 when this happens if you start when you're 15. I say it takes 10 years to truly get there if you're working hard. People get lucky. It might happen only in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. But I'd say for the ones that don't get lucky, or the ones that are just ordinary, I reckon it's going to take you 10 years from being an absolute slob, nothing teenager to multi-millionaire, flying people around the world, first class airline tickets, the supercars. I think that's 10 years work. I started when I was 17, so hopefully you'll be there by 27. If you're starting now at 20, you unfortunately you're a bit too, well, you're not too late, but it's not really till you're 30, but yeah, it's fine. It's good. It's good that you started. That's the first step. You've clicked on this video and you've decided this is it. This is not one day anymore. This is day one. This is day one. This is the motivation that you need. Tomorrow, try something for me. Write down all your goals and then just think about that. Write down your dream life. The jets, the cars, the houses, the holidays, the working week, your job, everything you want, write it down. But be realistic, because you still have to work. Like if you want business, you still have to make business calls and stuff. Because you're not like Jeff Bezos who can do whatever he wants whenever he wants. Because that's not what you truly want, really. You want to have a purpose in life. Don't forget that. If you want to learn about travel, then the second link in the description is my book, Longitude, which is available on Amazon. Or the first link down below is my other YouTube channel called All Terrain, which is also about travel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.